many people are getting excited about D&D. Many students at my school have chosen to go to this club. So now I'm just going to let Mr. Barnes handle the rest.
Got good handful. Okay, so D&D is a pretty simple process. It can look like a lot of ways depending on who's running the game. So Dungeons & Dragons is basically a game where you play a character. Now, if you think about it this way, Mr. Barnes. Oh, I see it now. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so in Dungeons & Dragons, you play a character. So the idea is you can be someone that does magic. You be someone that uses weapons, or kind of combine the two a little bit. It kind of depends how you balance things. But the main idea is you play a character. Now think about this. If you've ever played like a computer game where you play a character and you have like the stats, the numbers of like how strong are you, or how fast are you, that sort of thing. That you're basically doing the same thing. Although the Dungeons & Dragons doesn't require a screen, it doesn't even require the figures that you put on a board. All it takes is an imagination. Okay? All it takes is imagination. So if you have a good imagination, this is pretty easy. Okay, so ultimately, the game runs off these. Okay, let me get some more visible ones. Okay, Dungeons & Dragons involves a number of different die depending on certain factors. The main one you'll ever use is called this. It's called the D20, or it's a 20-sided die. It has 20 sides. Next up we have 12-sided. We have 10-sided, like that. We have 8-sided. 6-sided, six-sided would be like the standard die you see in like Monopoly or something. Okay, and then there's another one that's a little different. It's like a small pyramid. It's 4-sided. Different things require a different die. But the biggest one you'll use, if the person running the game says roll a die, you're usually saying roll a d20. Okay, roll the d20. That's the idea. Now the thing is, you're playing a character. So who has a Chromebook that they can be able to use, especially if you've never played before. So what we're going to have you do is, guys, can remind me, is D&D Beyond working on Chromebooks?
Yes. I just don't think during school hours.
Not during school hours. What if you have a cell phone? Anyone have a cell phone? If you have a cell phone, that'll allow you to be able to use it outside of the process, right? Or is it blocked on the phones even during school?
No, I think that depends on
Okay,
setting.
ultimately we can always go paper. Okay, we have a lot of people in here that can help set up characters really quick. Sorry. So, we have what's called a character sheet. On the sheet, one of the most important things is probably the character's name. Okay, who are they? What's their name? Okay, next up, a number of things. You have what's called class. So, if you ever played a computer game, you have a certain class. It means you're like a warrior, a mage, a wizard, whatever the titles are. That's what this is. The most standard ones are called a wizard, sorcerer. You have a cleric. They're like the healer. They heal people. They can do other magic that's handy. Okay. And then next we got, sorry, I lost track. We got a ranger that's like a forest person. They're good just wandering in the middle of nowhere. They can find their way. They can do a lot of nature magic to some degree. There's what's called a druid, where they do a lot of nature magic. They're pretty amazing. There's also a fighter. They're good with overall weapons and armor. There's what's called a barbarian, where they're really good, but they get a little crazy sometimes. Once the battle starts, sometimes they get carried away. Okay?
So basically chaos.
Yeah. They cause some chaos sometimes. There's also, I forgot one. They have a rogue, which is basically a thief. Okay, they can steal things. They can sneak around. There's also other options. Those are some base ones.
Like one of them is a Janazi, which
there's that. So what we're going to do is have everyone start working on these really quick. It shouldn't take too long because we're not going to go too in depth on the character creation. We'll set the basic setup, and that's as far as we need to take it. As far as all the extra numbers, and we can put it off a little bit, right? So the thing about this is it does need some numbers so the die can work, but overall, So overall, for example, if I'm going to say the main idea of this is you play the character. Let's say I'm going to go attack the goblin with the sword. Okay, the person on the game will say roll the die. I roll the die, and I missed the table. And let's say whatever. I got a 15. It's good. Right there. I say got 15, and that's probably good enough to hit most things. If I got a 1, though, that's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Natural 1 would be pretty bad. In fact, there's a general rule in general process in Dungeons and Dragons where if you get a natural 1 on the die, bad things happen. If you get a natural 20, the top number, great things happen. It just depends on DM, the person running the game, to decide this. Let them get a little tricked or confused, right? Ultimately, so those that are experienced, I'm gonna need your help helping those set up characters. Sound good? Okay. So if you're not a character sheet, like you're new, let's come pick one up real quick, and have something to write with. Preferably pencil, because pencil can be erased.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like D&D?
I don't know, roll a d20 and I'll find out.
Aww, a 9? Hi, how much do you like D&D?
It's amazing.
Cool. What about, like, the game stuff? How much do you like the look of having these stuff?
Once again, I do think they did an amazing job with this.
What?
Once again, I do think they did an amazing job with this.
Cool. Your experience playing D&D?
Great.